After I gave birth to Aria, we waited 2 weeks because I was still in the midst of my Taxol. I still had 3 treatments to go before I actually was finished. So we waited 2 weeks to start back my Taxol after giving birth. So when I actually started back my Taxol, everything was still going okay. And then I was scheduled for surgery. On my last Taxol, my oncologist came and told me that we were going to schedule surgery 3 weeks away from my last Taxol. So that's when they scheduled my surgery. So I was kind of, while I was still doing the Taxol, I was kind of like, well, I still have time, to find a plastic surgeon. I mean, technically I found a plastic surgeon and I was going to go with him. But after I was told that he didn't do like the flaps or anything, I kind of wanted someone that does do the flaps, and I just decided to go with someone else that I heard really good things about. So I went with another plastic surgeon like last minute. It was last minute, but yeah. So that's how that went with the plastic surgeons. So I had to be at the hospital on May 27th at 5 a.m. for my surgery. And not only did I have the double mastectomy, but in addition to that, I had the hysterectomy done as well. And so I had like 3 different doctors on me. So my total time for surgery was about 5 hours. Once I went into the pre-op area, and it was just in that moment, like everything was just, I guess my emotions started getting the best of me, because they're getting prepared to take away something that you've had on your body since like forever, like at least since puberty, like you're taking that away from me. And yes, I consented to it because I know it's something that absolutely had to be done, but it's just the idea of having that actually done to yourself. Like before surgery, I believe I was looking over pictures of women that have been through the breast cancer diagnosis and all of that stuff, and have had the surgeries and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up. But I looked over some of those pictures, and I was just trying to compare and see, maybe this is how I look. But I know I was overwhelmed with some of those pictures that I was looking at, because I was like, oh my goodness, my body is never gonna look like it was prior to having surgery. I really got into my feelings. Like I think I cried that night before I even went into surgery. But I just found peace praying, and I really did pray. So whatever you're going through, whatever situation or whatever step you're on in this journey, just know you're going to be okay, and you're going to come out of it even a better person than you were going in. So it does take a toll on you. Like the whole process, it takes a toll on your mind mentally, and you have to be strong enough to keep that at bay, because those emotions can totally take over. They really can. So just a little known fact, I guess. Prior to me going in the back, like I said, of course my emotions took over. I wasn't scared, but I was just kind of nervous is at what my body would look like coming out of surgery, because I was going to be technically I'm not a totally different person, but something that I've had attached to me forever is not going to be there anymore. So I'm going to have to learn how to function with something new, So the following day, when I actually woke up and got out of bed, because they do push you to walk and just regain your strength and everything, and I'm not the person to just lie down in bed all the time. So I got up and I walked. I believe I took like a wipe off because I couldn't take a shower. And before I was discharged, the physical therapist came to the room and she showed me some exercises to do with my arms prior to me leaving to go home, so that I can regain that motion in my arms and everything. So, and she actually gave me a booklet. You will get a booklet on how to do those exercises as well. So I did those for a few days, and then after a while of me doing those, I kind of regained that strength. So I was actually able to pick up on nothing over 10 pounds, but I was able to actually pick up my baby eventually. So yeah, it's just time, as time goes by, I guess it'll get better. But so yeah, once I got home, and I'm gonna go into the story of the drains. I guess the mastectomy part, it's just a wait and heal kind of thing, but you do have drains. So I purchased some items before I went into surgery because I thought these would be, Ari's just pulling on my hair. I thought this would be helpful for me and for the drains that I was walking around with. So I'm not promoting these items. I'm just going to show you and let you know where I found them, because I'm guessing it could be helpful for you too, just so you know that you can make life a little bit more simpler with the drains. So okay, so this is the drain. This is a drain holder. It has 2 drain pockets. So I can demonstrate how I used it. So this is what I did. So you just unclip it, clip it, and I kind of just put it under my shirt. So they're on the side. You can pull it up, and you cannot, like when those drains are in, you'll probably have like a little bump in your clothes depending on how thick your clothes are, but you won't be able to detect that they're there. So they were a good little useful product that I used to go to the doctor's office with. And let's see, next I had this little shirt, and what it has is the little drain holders on the inside of it. So you can just, my drains are here, so the little string kind of hung out behind this little part, and the JP drain actually went in there. So that was a useful product as well. I did not wear the shirt anywhere. I just wore it as like a little house robe, like once I got out of surgery, because I also had the plastic surgeon's office ordered my mastectomy bra. That it was a surgical bra that I wore, like it felt like forever, but I wore the bra forever, and I just put this on top of it, and I just walked around the house with my little bra on and this. So that was very useful too. The one other thing that I got was a shower chair. Shower chair was very useful, and I still use my shower chair to this day. So I'm glad that I did invest into that. So like I said, no, I'm not promoting any of these items, and no, you totally don't need them, but they were just useful and made life a little bit more simpler for me with my drains. So yeah. Also with the drains, when you leave the hospital, they're going to give you 4 specimen cups if you had a double mastectomy. If you had a single mastectomy, I think it's only 2, because you'll only have 2 drains to drain. But I had 4 drains, so I had 4 drains to drain, so I had 4 cups. And what you do is they're going to show you how to milk your drains. You just do it ever so perfectly till you get to the JP drain part, and you pour it out in your little cup. And those cups are labeled. You'll keep up with your cups because they're labeled, and your drains labeled as well, so you'll know what drain is draining what. So when I first started, I think my highest drainage was like 45. So after, you know, the days go on, you start draining less. And once you're under 20 milliliters of fluid, then for 2 days, they will remove your drains, or at least the ones that are draining under 20 for 2 days. So 1 and 2 ended up draining under 20 for 2 days, and I think that was a week and a half that started. So I was able to get those removed. But 3 and 4, those little demons did not want to be removed because they just kept draining, and it was over 30 milliliters. So I had to keep those in until, from surgery in May until July, like right before July 4th is when I had the drains removed, 3 and 4. So within that time frame, I was very upset. I just remember I kept going. I went to the plastic surgeon. I was asking him, I was like, when can these drains be removed? And he kept on saying, well, you have to wait. You have to be under 20 milliliters for 2 days. So I knew I needed them because, you know, it's a part of the healing process and all of that. But not being able to take a proper shower like I wanted to. I mean, it was a good enough shower, but I want to get all up in there, you know, but I couldn't because the drain tubes were there. So it was a time in my life where I was just highly upset. So I am at the plastic surgeon's office, and I really thought that I was going to get my tubes pulled today, but because of the drainage, and I'm still having at least 30 milliliters or whatever, I probably won't get them pulled. So my feelings are crushed. I really wanted this to happen. I wanted these drains out. They've been in too long since surgery, and that was like May 27th, and it's now what, June 21st. This sucks. So once I actually did get the drains removed, I was ecstatic and I was ready. Like, yes, like I felt like I could do anything then. But okay, so after the drain removal, I celebrated the 4th of July with the kids. And we just popped some firecrackers, of course, but after that, it was pretty much a wait and heal type of situation. So I was healing fine. I had I think I saw my breast specialist after that, and I was healing fine. Everything was looking good. Up until I went to radiation, I got burned, like I told y'all in the radiation video. In that area on the left side is more tighter than what the right side is. And I think that's all I had to say about how surgery went. Let me know where you are in your diagnosis. If you're at the beginning, starting chemotherapy, are you getting ready for surgery? Have you gotten a date? Or are you done? You've been through it already. I would like to hear. So thank you guys for watching. If you want, like, comment or subscribe. Please keep it positive if you're commenting. But we hope you guys are doing great wherever you are in your journey, and I'm praying for you. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.